Friends, Father Dave from Little Flower in Toledo. It's Tuesday, the 21st of April. Some of you might recall a few weeks ago my having mentioned a book I was rereading that has really been helpful to me. It's entitled He Leadeth Me, and the author is Father Walter Chiswick, a Jesuit priest. Friends, Father Dave from Little Flower in Toledo, I miss you. And just updating you on the most recent developments in our parish. A few weeks ago, you might recall my having mentioned a book I was rereading that I was finding very helpful towards inspiring me to navigate the differences and the difficulties of this time. That book is entitled He Leadeth Me, and the author is a Jesuit priest by the name of Walter Chiswick, C-I-S-Z-E-K. And I wanted to share with you an insight from Father Chiswick that really has given me clarity and confidence. To set the scene, he always wanted to be a missionary. He wanted to be a missionary in Russia. And in some sense, he kind of manipulated things to get what he wanted, to arrive in Russia eventually as a missionary, and to discover that this is really hard, this is really difficult, and I don't think I want to do this. So that was his great crisis moment. And who among us doesn't find this situation continuing to be hard and difficult, right? This is what he says. The breakthrough for him was grace, God's power. It was the grace, quite simply, to look at my situation from God's vantage point rather than from mine. I highlighted that, and I've gone back to that sentence several times. That the grace, the power, God's working in the midst of life being turned upside down and all these restrictions on us and things all being different, wanting to do things that I'm not permitted to do. The grace, quite simply, is to look at my situation, to look at your situation from God's viewpoint rather than from ours. That you are in all things, so you are in this, you are to be discovered, you are to be seen, you are to be recognized, you are to be received. That I can echo the sentiments of the disciples in the gospel reading for this Sunday, to just stay with me. Now that I've encountered you, just stay with me. So I want to share that with you. It's been really helpful for me. A couple of updates with the parish. Some of you may not have heard about Sister Constance Marie's departure from our parish. She was asked to take on a particular leadership responsibility within her own community, the Sisters of Notre Dame. She will be leaving us formally next week. What a gift she has been. On a personal level, she's really been an answer to prayer for me. God has sent her as someone who has been not only a colleague in ministry, but a mentor for me. Someone who doesn't talk about living it, but chooses to lead from the front, chooses to just live it, and invites others to do the same. And in my case, she constantly is inviting me to keep up with her. How marvelous it is that I can say that I'm a better man, I'm a better Christian, and I'm a better priest from having had the opportunity to share the journey with her, alongside her, in the last couple of weeks from a proper social distance. So join me in praying for Sister Constance Marie. First of all, thanking God for sending her to us as such a gift, a manifestation of divine goodness. And also praying for her in her transition along with the Sisters of Notre Dame. Sister Marilyn Marie is away from us for just a couple of weeks. Her mother recently was released from a nursing home where she was there for rehabilitation. There have been some instances of the COVID virus in that nursing home, and the recommendation was made for her mother to be able to return home, but needs some assistance. So Sister Marilyn Marie is with Mom. So I ask you to join me in praying for them, for their safety in body and soul, And also for all of those who are affected directly and indirectly by the virus. Many of you are among those people yourselves. Some of you heard the governor of Ohio yesterday announcing that school will be suspended for the rest of the school year, that only online learning will continue. And I want to give a shout out to our faculty, staff, to our students, to our families from St. Benedict's School, which is the Catholic school located here on the campus of Little Flower, co-sponsored with our friends from Our Lady of Lourdes Parish here in the city of Toledo. I miss you, and I love you, and I look forward to the time when we're going to be able to be all together again in the fall. And I admire how you have rallied in this moment. You've really taken to heart what Father Chiswick wrote about grace being received to make the most of the moment by seeking God's viewpoint and not stewing and pouting in my own disappointment. I've witnessed this through parents and through teachers who have shared all sorts of creative genius that you students have been responsible for hatching. It really has been inspiring. Thank you. You've actually helped to give me hope in living more fully each and every day. And to those of you who are 8th graders, I'm sorry that it is the way that it is. But here's what I know, that God has made you to do great things, and that you will continue to take the Christian lessons that have been infused into you through St. Benedict Catholic School, and you will leverage those, you will use those, you will apply those to seek God's viewpoint in this difficult time and in the disappointment of things being not like the way you wish they were, so that you can elevate from them and you can continue to inspire others. Yours is going to be not the year of disappointment. Yours is going to be the year of victory because of the way that you will choose as young people of faith, hope, and love to respond to the challenges that were uniquely yours. An update regarding our continuing capital improvement project here at our parish, which had been previously scheduled. With the closure of school this month, we were able to accelerate the asbestos abatement, which has been completely finished ahead of schedule. I'm always happy when that happens. And on budget, always happy when that happens. And we have also been able to make plans to begin the installation of the 21st century high efficiency brand new system next week, ahead of schedule. I'll be sure to send your condolences to the 1962 boiler as it prepares to be buried. Those of us from Ohio know that the governor's stay-at-home order is through May 1st. Here, we have respectfully abided by the requirements that the governor has issued. And we have stayed at home, and it has been a shared sacrifice, an enormous sacrifice on your part to be apart from the sacred space and the beautiful campus that you love, a sacrifice on my part and the part of your leadership team to be distant from you in this time. I have not heard any differently yet, as of today, from the bishop regarding his order that masses be suspended through Sunday, May 3rd. Should that change, or should the directive of the governor change, I will immediately communicate that out to you through live stream, social media outlets, webpage. Meanwhile, stay tuned. We're going to all be safe, and we're going to make this place as safe as we can possibly make it, to welcome you eagerly, albeit appropriately, from a distance, when we're able to be together again, which looks to be real soon. Let's continue to pray for each other. Let's continue to be good neighbors to one another as we're able to be good neighbors. Let's recognize the needs of others and share generously what we have. And Saint Therese of Lisieux, the little flower of Jesus,